Welcome, everybody, to our first director call in 2024. I'm so excited. Y'all, I've missed you so very much. December was December, right? It was like we were just limping along trying to make it through there. And I know everybody was so busy with family stuff and everything. I feel like we're just so disconnected. I didn't get to see you all too much. Um, and we were going to have our director call last week, but then all the storms went through and all that. And I didn't realize. So the home office asked me to speak on a call today. So I was all geared up and ready. And I called in at 11:30 and there was nobody there. And I was like, what the heck? And it was going to be an hour and a half call. So I'd be getting off there right when I'm getting on here. And then I text Kathy Cogazell. I'm like, do I have the wrong link? She said, nope, you have the wrong time. I was like, well, sorry for you, but I'm not going to be on. Felt so bad. The conversion of the times gets me every time. So anyway, just to be, pretty transparent with you all, I think you all kind of felt the same pull and just kind of I don't want to say negativity. I just want to say I haven't felt the momentum that we've had in several months. And I will wholeheartedly take responsibility for that. As the leader, I have not felt my own positivity, my own forward motion. I've, felt really drugged down. I don't really know what caused it, but I think a lot of the surroundings, I was allowing myself to fall into those negative thoughts. And we're not doing good, we're not getting the sales, we're not going green, we're not doing this. And it took me a little bit of like just stepping back and looking and saying, Jennifer, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, one, I don't want to say my claim to fame, but something that I've always tried to keep in check is my positive attitude and my forward moving attitude. And I just didn't have that the last 3 months, I think, of the year. And so I just had to, I took a couple weeks off in December. The first week of January, I was just really trying to reassess where we were and what the issue was, why we were kind of, spiraling downwards, kind of as a whole, as an organization. And to really do some soul searching and figure out, what did I do differently? What did we do differently as an organization? And how was this coming about? And I really honestly feel like I have been on autopilot. And I don't know if y'all ever feel like that, but I just felt like my whole business was in copy paste mode. And, from trying to get bookings to customer service to team stuff to director stuff, it was just copy paste mode. It was not me. I didn't have my personality. I didn't have me in it. I didn't have my heart and my soul and my mind in it. And so because that wasn't there, autopilot was slowing down. It just wasn't doing what we needed it to do. And so I'm here to tell you today the autopilot is off and Jennifer is on. we are moving forward. I've decided I'm going to read The Energy Bus again. Has anybody read that before? I would love for you all to read it along with me. It is a phenomenal read. It is not hard to read. Listen, I don't make the time to read like just recreationally. I don't even make the time to read all the books that are recommended to me for the company, for leadership and things like that. But The Energy Bus is one of my very favorite books. And the last time I read it, was when we were going for executive, and I really put into place the power of positive thinking and the moving your business forward and not letting those negative thoughts and feelings get in the way, just like kind of throwing them out of the bus and moving forward. And we saw phenomenal growth then, just because I was implementing a lot of the things that were said in that book. And I tell you, this book it's a story. And I remember reading it as the nighttime story for my daughter. So she was 8, and we lay down and we would read a chapter or 2 a night, and it applies to life in general, not just business, and she loved it. Like, they have characters, and each character kind of represents something, and so she maybe didn't get all of the, the meanings behind it, but it is like a good positive story. And you know what? She could use it again because she's getting in with some of the wrong kids at the elementary school. So I think we're going to read it again for the bedtime story. So I really, and if you're just getting on, we're talking about the energy bus, and I'd love for you all to read that along with me. So maybe if you're interested, put it in the director chat, and we could do like a separate book study type thing and just read, a couple chapters here and there at a time. And again, it's super easy to read. So with all that being said, I'm really trying to re-grab a hold of our systems and what were they looking like last year? What do we need to duplicate? What do we need to improve on? All of that. Talking with love. Okay, well, you all know that we have to make our national numbers again. And I was so like down in the dump saying, this may be my not last chairman's. This may be the last time I represent our organization as a national org. And I was talking with Love the other day, and she's like, first of all, you need to get that out of your head. And I'm like, but y'all, we've really lost directors, we've lost momentum, we've lost a lot of this fire that we had. And she highly recommended that we join her and Jennifer in their Monday night calls. And I really debated about that because I love doing our own. I love the community that we're building, but we are not getting traction. We are losing people every single month. We have less and less and less people in our organization join our Monday night calls. And I will tell you, the last 2 Monday nights have been through the roof. I mean, I know my personal people, and I'm being more intentional about getting them on the calls, doing giveaways and stuff with them for being on. But the feedback I'm getting from these calls is pure excitement and pure motivation. So we're going to do it. We're going to partner with Love and Jen for January and February, and then we're going to reassess what we want to do from there. But I'm loving the momentum that this is providing. And y'all, I hate the 9 o'clock hour. I hate it with a passion. Y'all know me. By 9 o'clock, I'm laid up in my bed, like brain turned off, watching some kind of crappy TV. Okay. But I feel like we got to save our teams. I feel like we have to save ourselves and our teams, and we have to get back. And Jennifer and Love have huge momentum on their team. They have some amazing people that do some amazing things that we need that excitement and that motivation. Did y'all see last night the chick that booked 100 shows? Like, people, yeah, Joni, yeah. I'm like, girl, can you call me? Tell me what you did. And she said all she did was rewatch an All Stars on the Rise call. So everybody before the end of that call, they're like, where's this all-star call? What is this? I need that. Where's the replay? And Love was like, oh, good to know. We're doing one tomorrow. So yeah, I know there's a lot of calls that we are seeing coming through the gates right now. Everybody can't be on all of them. They don't have to be on all of them, but they are available. So the call tonight is for all consultants that want more. And I'm going to tell you all, as directors, if your business is not where it needs to be, you need to be on the call. Okay. We had a call on Monday. That was a leader call. Now that has been going on all of 2023. Every third Monday, there is a Monday leader call that's put on by the Nationals. I haven't promoted it hugely, and I feel like I was missing the boat on that because it is different Nationals that share their team secrets. They share what's working on their teams, and that is phenomenal. Like, I haven't been on them. I don't think many of y'all have been on them. Maybe you didn't even know about them. We're missing the boat on that. So I'm going to really get that in the rotation for us. It is just for directors. It is provided by the Nationals, and we don't need to miss out on that. That's That's some good stuff we're missing out on. So anyway, so yeah, we had a call Monday. We had a director call Monday, the Monday night call. Then we had a call. I mean, it is a lot of stuff, but just because we're trying to get back in gear. So try not to be overwhelmed. Try not to let your directors be overwhelmed by it. It does seem like a lot, but it actually is kind of what we were doing before. It's just all hidden because we were just on break, right? We were just checked out for a month. And now we're trying to get back. So it's going from like 0 to 800 in a week. That's why it seems like a lot. So, let's see a couple notes. Oh, y'all know about our multi-cooker workshop. That I think was a brilliant idea. So it's kind of like the Winterfest that we've done before, but that was more of a recruiting event. This is seriously customer service, helping our customers get value from Pampered Chef. How to cook at home in minutes, how to use the multi-cooker. It's going, I mean, different recipes that are going in there, different videos on how to use it. Y'all, that even inspired me to get my new multi-cooker out of the box. And I say new. How long have we had that new version of it? It's been in the box in my garage. Why? Because I have the old one. I use that whenever I need to. Anyway, I got it out of the box. I heated up some barbecue in it last night. I'm like, Dad, this is nice. So yeah, it's even inspiring me. If it can inspire me to cook, there we go. So get your people in there. We are starting off with a ton of recipes, a ton of value adding. And then we are going to let them know, hey, y'all know this multi-cooker's done all these things. We've showed you all these recipes. You can order it from your consultant for $100 off or book a show, right? And there will be time for you to get these people booked on your January calendar. Okay, any questions on that? You have to share it. You have to share that group. Get people in there. And then, oh, here's another thing. What I am doing with this group is I'm setting up a mystery host party in addition to so this, like, I'm still trying to get bookings for January. I'm not even gonna lie. That last week of January, I don't have any bookings. Oh, I have a couple, not where I need it to be. So I am still trying to get bookings. I'm sending out all these booking messages, but I have a mystery host party open. It was I don't know, some orders from last month that I had together in a show, and I'm going to change it to a mystery host. So it's not quite up to the $500 mark yet, but I've committed to giving away $75 worth of stuff just to get traction and get people starting to order. But we're not, I mean, we'll get it. So then we're going to double it, and then I'll be able to put that out there. I'm going to do a project broadcast about it. I'm going to put it on my Facebook and all the things. So as you ask people for bookings, if they're not interested, follow up with, I completely understand if hosting a show isn't right for you. Would you be willing to take a peek at my $25 category? When you place a $25 order, you get entered into the mystery host party I have going. We're at $75 right now. And then giving them the link to that. I got about 4 orders from that, kind of starting slow, but hey, it's something. Y'all, I got to get some Disney points. Anybody else here? Like, I'm not dragging. I'm like, I'm doing it. Come on, come coming, Mickey. I'm coming, Mickey. Look what I created today. Hold on. I'm so excited. Y'all just wait. Okay, y'all know my oh crap, I got to get it pulled up. You know my our boats. We like our boats, don't we? Y'all like when you see where your boat is each week? We do it for the directors. Wait a second. Wait for it. Okay, let me share. I love our boats. I love that visual. All right, so for the whole organization, can you see our Disney tracker? Can you see it? Okay, so this is January for the bronze level. To be on track for Disney, you need to have 6,250 points. And I looked at your sales already, and I doubled them, right? Because we're doubling in January. So this is where everybody is. This includes directors. It includes consultants. We even have a couple consultants here, Sherry Land and then Lori Green. Maybe she's on Kayla's team, right? So this is for everyone. And I'm going to, every month, I'm going to update where our ships are. I didn't want to change it from ships because that's just what we've always used. Even though we're not going on a cruise, we're still heading towards the Disney, Disney World. So anyway, I'm going to try to incorporate like who's on track for silver and gold and platinum. I haven't got all that figured out now, but what do you think? You think that'll be exciting for our team members to see actually where they're falling and where they need to be to earn the Disney trip? So I was so excited putting it together. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. So maybe I might try to do it on the 15th and the 30th of every month, and that way it's in front of people twice a month. But I'm excited about that. What else do we have? Any questions or comments or anything that you all wanted to discuss on today's call? Nothing.
I think we still need some focus and something, I don't know what that is, of onboarding.
Yeah.
I'm having, like, I had a consultant that was a rock star consultant start off the bat great. Now, no, we can't please everybody, but I literally had 8 messages that were text messages that we automate, obviously, with Project Broadcast. And to her, it was like the worst thing ever, that I was aggressive and too pushy on starting out a business. And I just know that a lot of people's mindset is, they just don't want to be an all in. So I guess just something that is a little bit more low key, but still direct on that this business could be something. So I don't know.
All right. So Leah, let me ask you this. When that girl signed up, did you have a phone call with her before did you talk with her personally or what's?
Yes, I had a launch party, talked with her. She definitely, has a full-time job. So it was more of a side gig. Plus, she was like, hey, I want to take it as far as it'll go. She didn't have any perception of like, let's promote or do anything big, but she was up for all the fast track rewards and let's make that my goal. And so I really don't, I literally, it was 8 messages. This is just messages to get you going in your business at your convenience. I don't feel like it was a high pressure, but I'm hearing that from even hosts now. I'm even hearing hosts lately going, this is just too much. This is too aggressive. This is too assertive. I'm like, I haven't changed things, like really changed things in 7 years. And all of a sudden I have all these people telling me that I'm pushy, I'm aggressive. They don't want to push their friends. They don't want to post a couple of times at the party about, hey, let's get some stuff going for orders. I don't know what it is.
In my opinion, I feel like that is the copy paste error. That's what we're stuck in, that we kind of need to move away from. And so onboarding has to be personalized. It has to. I want you to think back when you were a new consultant or you're starting anything new, whatever it is. Think about like the fear and the doubt and the feelings that you have around that. And if you have someone that says, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, and you're already kind of feeling apprehensive and you're not really sure, or you're thinking, why did I do this? Maybe I shouldn't have. You're already kind of having those feelings. And then you have somebody say, here's another thing, here's another thing, here's another thing. I feel like that's very overwhelming for them. And so I'm trying to pull back away from the automated general text and really work with that person individually. Joni, you got something to say because you're unmuted.
I was just going to say too, I have found just with everybody, including my own team and stuff, everybody, they want it handed to them. They don't want to put in the extra time. I can't even get sometimes a hostess, like Leah was saying, to post a picture, but they want the money. They want the instant gratification. Like I've got a newbie now and she's just like, oh, I have to ask people about bookings. And I'm like, well, I'm working it for you in your launch party right now, but they're your family and friends. So I'm making the connection. But she's like, oh, and I'm like, she goes, well, can't you, I mean, I just think unfortunately with COVID, everybody's just used now to, and especially now with social media, instant gratification. They want that money, but they don't want to work for it. And the onboarding, they're just like, oh, it's just so much work. And it's just, for an old school person like me, it's freaking frustrating because I'm like, get off your lazy asses and let's work for this and do it. But that's, I agree. I think the whole I do a lot of voice clips training with mine because I don't have time always to pick up the phone and call them. But I think too, I think it's the mentality of the whole world right now.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that. So how can we? Okay, one thing I feel like we need to do when we give anyone a task, be it a host, a new consultant, anybody that we give a task to do, we need to also include the benefit and the why. Why is it important for you to do that? Not just, hey, tag your friends, because the first thing they're going to think of is, oh, that's annoying. I don't like when people tag me. But if I say, did you know that a lot of people don't see what's going on in this party? So by you tagging them, it alerts them and brings them back into the party and reminds them that it's going on. Okay. So think about the two different ways that you've said it. Hey, tag all your friends in the party. What would be your first thought? Right. Or a new consultant, you say, send 30 messages. What's their first thought? What? I don't want to hound my friends. Why am I sending 30 messages? What they need to know that out of 30 messages you send, a lot of people are busy. They're not going to read it right away. And typically you get, 4 responses from every 30 messages that you send. Okay. It's a numbers game. It's important to send enough messages to find the yeses. Okay. So yeah, go ahead, Jessica.
So I don't know if anybody else has had this come across their Facebook page, but you know how there's advertisements that will pop up. And there's this one advertisement, and half the time I just scroll past it because it's annoying. And I don't even know like what the company or what it is, but basically it's like, oh, like it's like a group of girls and there's another girl coming up and they're like, oh, it's such and such, basically saying like they didn't like her hanging around with her because they were always trying to, like, she was always trying to get them to join her company or have a party, blah blah blah. It comes up all the time on my Facebook page, and every time I see it I cringe because I'm like, if it's coming up on mine, who else is it coming up on? And it's like, it's almost like it's given us a bad name because, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what kind of company it is, and I don't know how often it's coming up on people's Facebook page, but it's daily that advertisement comes up, and I'm like, I hope like my friends are not seeing this too, because then it's like putting something in their head like, oh, I'm not going to answer that message because it's Jessica and she's going to try to get me to do da 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 da. I mean, and I know that you can't do nothing about it. They pay for that advertisement, blah blah blah. But it's a really strong advertisement, really dissing like, us people like, Pampered Chef that we contact people to have things. And I'm like, if it's like, could it be that it's showing up on so many people's Facebook pages that they're starting to step back? Because I've had a lot of people not shows that they saw the message but not answering, and I can follow up with them, still won't answer. I mean, it's not like, hey, yeah, no, quit contacting me and things like that. Like, I would rather have that than just basically ghosting me. But it just kind of like irks my nerves because it's like it's putting a nail in my coffin.
Right.
Because
So we need to think about, are we adding value? Where is the value that we're giving to our customers? If all of our messages are host a show, blah, 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 people will be annoyed. I get annoyed with people. Oh, who was it? who was the jewelry that was always coming live? Like they were driving me nuts because it was always in your face. And there wasn't any value to it. Like their products were not valuable. They weren't helping me or helping my life. So we want to fill a need. And so I really feel like this multi-cooker workshop is on the way to that. We're not just here to sell you something, to make money off of you. We want to help you in the kitchen, add value. So how can we present our businesses and ourselves that way? And what is going to appeal to your customers? So when we're sending messages, what would you like to see? If somebody was reaching out to you from another direct sales company, what would catch your attention? What would make you want to reply to them?
Right. Well, I mean, I don't know if I've told you this or somebody else this, but like I don't share a lot of my weight loss journey on Facebook because every single time I do, I don't know what the company that's a weight loss thing that they will message me, like 5 consultants will message me and act like they're interested in how I've lost weight, but then they try to sell me their product. And I'm like, yeah, I can't be like that. I mean, I don't know. It's not being negative. It's like, I feel like they're like, oh, that's a shoe in. And, they're just being nice to ask me, congratulations on your weight loss journey and da 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 da. And then they kind of, anyways, but yes.
Yeah. So, if that's what turns you off, what can we do different so your business doesn't look like that? So you're not represented in that light.
Right. So I need help with that.
Yeah. I mean, I think we all do. And I think that's something good that we can discuss. And how can we change what we're currently doing, not getting bookings, to people want to book with us. People want us, and people are reaching out to us for it. So, just trying to read through. Kelsey said, I heard someone say recently on a call, the first thing everyone thinks of is what's in it for me. Yep. So the thing we've been focused on with bookings and recruit leads is how I can show them immediately how this helps them. Yep. I think that was kind of referring back to the a little bit ago. But anybody have any suggestions or anything that you're doing that shows value? I think this, again, multi-cooker workshop could really be a good shoe-in. We could, honestly, y'all, if we like this and we want to
fundraisers will get you out of that too.
Say that again.
Fundraisers will get you out of that.
Oh, yeah.
Because focusing on other people and their problems and, what you can do for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My 2 cents.
What if, and we don't have to do this, but what if we were each month to add a different type of workshop for our customers? I don't know. I mean, that would require us like doing more cooking and stuff, but
that's something that's been in my brain that I was telling you about that I wanted to talk to you about. I have a whole, other than snot, but I have a whole bunch of other stuff going on in this brain. But yeah, I was thinking about doing, because they're, I don't know if a lot of people know, but charcuterie boards have become my thing right now because it allows me to be creative. And I've had several people ask me if I would ever do a class on them. And then that's just kind of, and how I can tie Pampered Chef in on the prep of it and stuff like that. So, I've been trying to work on.
What if we look at whatever the next special, like whatever that special is of the month, and we gear our workshop around that. So February is
Stoneware in February.
Yeah, if we
I
did
love
an
that idea. I
org
know it's more work,
workshop,
but I love that.
yeah, an org workshop where we do all different videos and teach people how to use stoneware. Like, what? Okay, I'm digging this. Like, this is just coming out of my mouth and I'm getting excited about it. This could be amazing. I don't know who's in for that. What do y'all think? Tell me. It's like,
I like it because don't forget, just in the chat last week, I learned you could put a frozen pizza on the stoneware. Remember Kelsey and Lynn and Jennifer were like, huh?
My
And yeah,
mind was blown.
Yeah,
I
I
was
mean,
like, what?
but y'all, there's so many things that we don't know. Like I learned stuff watching these other people's multi-cooker videos. We're consultants. I'm a national with the company. I've been here 20 years. I don't even know all the things the multi-cooker does. I don't know anything it does, honestly. Right?
I
Like-
mean, even though stoneware's been around forever, there's still a lot of people that don't know how to use it. I gave a piece of stoneware to a friend for Christmas, and she was kind of like this, but then her husband was standing beside her, and I was explaining how to use it, and he was like excited. He's like, almost kind of like a cast iron. You don't want to put soap on it, and da 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 da. And I was like, yeah. It's almost like the husband was more excited about the darn bar pan than she was. But yeah, I
Okay.
mean, there's a lot of people that don't know how to use it.
I think this could be amazing because not only will it help us, like we can compile videos that then we can use on our social media and other platforms, right? We'll have reels, we'll have all of these things that we're making every month. It will teach our consultants how about these products, and it will help us get sales and bookings. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm excited. I'm excited. So my thought is if we're going to do this, it needs to be like the beginning of a month. It needs to launch like first day of each month and run. I mean, we could keep, I feel like the bulk of it needs to be like the first of the week, the first week. And then we could like sporadically add things in there, but that could be our booking recruiting opportunity event, right?
Yeah, I would think invites would have to be the end of the month so that we're prepping to get those bookings and to help.
Y'all, y'all got my wheels turning. You see the smoke coming out of my ears right now? I'm digging this.
And
Okay.
like I just put in the chat, it's gonna go back to the whole when I was just telling y'all about that company that's on Facebook that's, talking about the sales companies. But I think it's gonna take the light off of us wanting to like book a party with me, like we people feel like we're constantly doing, and back on the thing of we care about our customers. We're showing you how to use our products. We want to teach you. It'll bring it back down to the whole in-home show kind of feel, I think, because it's more of a demonstration thing.
Okay, here's another thought on top of that. We could open up one group. So next month we'd have to open a different one for our organization and reuse that same group every month. And so people just add and add and add, and we're posting specials in there. We're posting the recruiting stuff. We're doing video. Oh my gosh, y'all. We got the answer. We got it. I'm ready. Okay. Who else is excited? Let's get it.
I'm glad I got on the call.
Yeah, girl. Okay. Good thing okay, Melinda's raising her hand. I don't know if it's because she's saying, yeah, I'm in, I'm excited, or she had something to say, but I'm loving this. Okay, my wheels are turning. I'm getting this. So my thought is, I know stoneware is next month. I'm going to go ahead and start whenever I'm using stoneware or trying to make like mini videos now. And then that's going to prepare me for the group thing and my own personal shows for my VIP page, right? So maybe we, I don't know, who has thoughts? How do we want to get this together, and how can we organize it efficiently without adding a ton of extra work on us?
So question, I know in this one that Love and everybody's doing, they didn't want reels, they just wanted videos because they didn't want to direct anybody to somebody's Facebook or whatever. Are we, one we would need to, say, are we sticking with that so that we know to save or down? Because I downloaded my reel. So just if you know that you can download your reel and it still stays the same, just make sure that the voice is there. Because that's what I did. I just downloaded my reel and then posted it for the Meals and Minutes group. But I'm having tons of feedback from that, not from my customers, but from everybody else. I've had other people's consultants even reach out to me saying, "Oh my gosh, I didn't know that," or I appreciate your video because that was really cool, or I didn't realize how easy it was. I went and got a pork tenderloin and put it in the multi-cooker tonight.
Mhm.
That type of thing. So I definitely will start using some stoneware and making some little mini reels and all to promote bookings.
I think it is important for us not to share our personal, like not to share it from our pages, but to have a copy that's uploaded, because I don't want Stacy's customers to come in and then click on my link or my reel and then it take them over to my stuff. Like I want her customers to be her customers. And same thing, like if we share a recipe from the website, it can't be from my website. It has to be from the company website. Which I think it's important to share them from the company website too, because it takes them in there and they see all the other ideas and things that are in there. But again, it has to be a generic thing. So, yeah, did that answer your question? And I do think we need some lives, like not pre-recorded clips are great too, but we will need some live videos, maybe with some Q&A or, just so people can interact as
The
well.
stoneware kit for $50 or whatever.
The what? Say that again.
The stoneware kit. That's plug-in recruiting if you're talking about the stoneware kit altogether.
Yeah, I mean, I think ideally we could use this, to add value, yes, because people want to come in for the recipes and the demos, but then boost some sale. Like, what if every month we each personally opened up a mystery host party and they knew that we, as their consultant, had a mystery host party open. So when they see, oh, I need that bar pan that Stacy was showing, or I need that round stone that Tom was showing, or the deep cover baker, I need that. They know to check with me as their consultant. Hey, what's your link? What's your mystery host link so I can order it? Or then, of course I can say, hey, why don't you just gather some orders and we'll get it for you? We know all the things to do, but our team doesn't yet. So let's really pay attention to this multi-cooker workshop. What works well? What can we duplicate with our future ones? And what can we change? I think we're going to need a good variety of videos, of still like pictures. We can use some of the home office videos as well. Those need to be downloaded. We could even like pre-schedule those types of things. So we might need like a committee. I know I hate giving extra work for people, but I feel like we need a few people to kind of get the general idea together and then just say, okay, we need XYZ who can fill in these spots, right? Anybody feel a good passion for this? Nobody. Crickets.
I'll be glad to help on it. That's fine.
And I would love to help, but
I need to
don't
get
want
back
to.
in groove of things.
And I would love to help Jessica and be part.
Yep.
But
So yeah, and
as I can.
volunteering for this doesn't mean you're doing it all yourself. You're absolutely not doing it yourself. It is just figuring out, this is the structure that we need. These are the number of videos. These are the number of posts or recipes, like just figuring out the structure and then putting out there, okay, directors, we determined we need this, we need videos on these days, who can fill them in? So you're not doing it all, you're just setting the structure and then asking everybody else for help. Does that make sense?
Are you looking to like a video each day? Is it just for 1 week? Sorry.
Well, that's what we need to decide. What do we want it to look like?
Well, if we're looking at it like you're going to have videos, like Love has posted videos in the Meals and Minutes of the Quick Cooker that are from home office already. We definitely want to include those because they're professional, includes all the information. But then you have people that want to see it in real life and being used. And guys, my video that I posted the other day, I couldn't remember the name of the knife I was using, much less that it was not stainless steel, and I didn't care. I posted it anyways, because who cares that I said it was a stainless steel knife when it's steel, but but it's definitely nicer than that. But I am getting compliments too on showing other gadgets with it, showing other products, not just the multi cooker, not just throwing something in and saying, this is the fabulous multi cooker.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, I didn't know I needed those choppers. Oh, I didn't know I needed this too. So that was building value in addition to the multi cooker. So yeah, I have no problem scheduling, whether it's a live or a reel or both at some point. I know I'm actually even doing a cooking show next week for a brunch that I'm using, making the breakfast ring, which is a big hit. I probably won't record it there because it'll be a hot mess, but I might do a pre one that I can do.
Mhm. Okay. So what do we feel like, what do we want that to look like? So we want it to open, we want to invite people the end of the previous month, right? Start inviting them. We're going to reuse the same group. So we
So
can
maybe,
even put it in
like-
our templates and say, well, it would need to be at the end of our show templates and saying, if you loved, you know, learning new recipes, join in our blank workshop, whatever, right? Somebody was saying something. I'm
So
sorry.
it would be nice. It would be nice if we could have it like all the time. I mean, not posting every day, but maybe like initially the first of the month post like up quite a bit. And then as the month goes on, maybe post like once a week or something. So that
Yeah.
you're keeping activity going and keeping it open. And then we're not reinventing the wheel every month.
Yes, I agree. I think that especially the first one that we do, we're going to have to build, we're going to have to show a lot of value for people to want to stay in the group, to want to participate, to want to do there. So I do kind of feel like the first week there needs to be something going in every day. So maybe a video and a recipe, a video, a tip. Oh, and we need interaction, right? We need a ton of interactive posts that are around that theme, whatever the theme's going to be. And then maybe go to twice a week that we would post something for the second, third, fourth. Maybe the fourth week we need to boost a little extra to get them excited for the next one. I don't know. Tony, what's coming in your mind?
No, I was just looking in the chat and Holly wrote something, if you scroll back up, which is one of Kelsey and I talked about this, about commitment from who wants to help. So the videos are not just put on the shoulders of the same people over and over. Y'all know I just tell you what I think. I felt that way with this group for like the past 6 months. And so I don't know how many directors we have in this group. And I know everybody's busy and everybody's got kids and life and jobs and everything, but I like the idea of bringing back as a team and a family, and not that you should force someone to do it. But if we're going to do this, I agree. The first week should be hit it hard, but I think it should be something like all month long, because it's a whole month, and keep it going. But I think we all need to work together as a team, even if you can't do lives. Like Kelsey was saying, she can't do lives because she's busy a lot helping everybody's new consultants. So, but I think everybody should participate and be a part of the family workshop, that we're all doing this together. So as I think everybody should have at least one video, one tip or something, and we all should participate. I think it should, that's just my.
I feel like if you are using it to leverage your business and you're putting people in there, you do need to have some kind of role in it.
Mhm.
That would be more director based or more of your rock star consultants, right? I wouldn't necessarily ask a hobbyist unless they wanted to do something. But yeah, definitely directors need to have a role in it.
That's what I'm saying. Directors and up, everybody, if we're going to do this together. And I just think everybody needs to start stepping up a little bit more in 2024.
Yeah, I do. I feel like that's kind of what happened with our org too, is we did have a lot of people that were getting overwhelmed. That was, I mean, including myself, it was a lot. We were doing a lot of things. We were pulling a lot of things off. It was a lot. And we started having people fall away. And I feel like I was allowing that when I should not have. You know, I'm very sympathetic. I know we all have life situations. We do. We have life, things that take precedent over our business. But as long as we're a director, we have a role that we have to play. And I was allowing you to put that role in the background and not be present for your organization, your personal teams, but then also our organization as a whole. And we didn't get where we are by just doing it halfway, you know. And I know I'm pretty sure that I've talked with every one of you, or you've told me at some point you want this bit, you want a director team, you want more out of this business. And if you want to get more, you have to give more. So yeah, I mean, I agree. We do need to, you know, kind of like with the director posting days, and I actually had that on my list and we're running out of time, but you know, I was asking directors to post in our org page, you have a day, you have one day, maybe 2 days in an entire month is all I'm asking. And the majority of the directors weren't even posting on their assigned day. And I was letting it go. Why? Because I didn't have time to look at it and see who was posting and who wasn't. I just didn't have time to keep up with it. But it's not okay, you all. All of our team benefits from us doing those little things, us taking one day. Every one of us taking one day gives 30 days of content. But it doesn't require me providing 30 days of content. It doesn't require Leah providing the 30 days of content. We are doing it together as a team, and it's like 1/30th of the work. But we have to provide our 1/30th. We have to do that. That's our obligation as a team, as a director team. Right. So I'm going to post that. I didn't even post it this month because I was going to talk about it last week and see if we need to change any dates or whatever. If your posting day doesn't work for you, I literally just went in and I tried to make it like my first gen. I do a first gen, a second gen, a third gen, a fourth gen, and then I go back. Like that's kind of how I started doing it. But then I have to take directors out as they step back into consultant role. And so some people may have 2 days or whatever. If a day that I have you down doesn't work, just let me know. But you all can go in and pre-schedule. So we need to be, you know, focused and pay attention the first day of the month. Let's go in and pre-schedule all of our posts. And I don't care what it is. It really doesn't matter. It just shows, it's just something that's going in that group that could inspire, motivate, help somebody else. And I will tell you, so I see so many things that y'all post and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so smart. Oh, I love that. Oh, I wouldn't have thought of that. You know, we don't need a specific outline of what you're posting. Your team needs to see you. And it really benefits our organization. So same thing with the posting day in the team, in the org group. We're going to have to figure out posting day for our workshop. Do you all think that's
So this is just what I've written down for like what I'm willing to take on, because somehow I think I'm now designated the person to approve everybody in the mealtime thing, even though I wasn't asked, because nobody
Oh,
approves
girl,
nobody.
I've been doing them too. Henderson and I have been, there are like hundreds every time I go in there. We're all doing
Yep.
it.
Holy crap. So anyways, but I can make up some interaction posts like this or that, or, like the games and the interactions. I can do a handful of those. Obviously I don't mind doing a reel and then a live at some point, even if it is the stoneware kit, using the stoneware kit in a live demo and using it and talking about it. Personally, and not everybody can do this, and I know time restraints, but like I'm picturing in my head, if we were all able to
How'd you mute yourself somehow?
one live, one like reel, pre-recorded, small 30-second to 2-minute type thing, just like a reel. I'm going to do a picture of me with my favorite product and talk about why that's my favorite stoneware, and then a recipe that's using stoneware. I mean, if we all did things.
Yep, I love it. So, Jessica and Tina, I actually started a document. I'll share it with you all. But if we have a schedule, day 1 through 31, and you could say, okay, this is our posting. This is our, everybody needs to post a recipe. But how are we going to keep it from duplicating? I mean, everybody will have access to the document, and the beginning of the month, we could say like what we're posting. We have to put it in there, or
I would just say have them scroll through, and if it's already been posted, don't post it. Post a different one.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't remember to
it
go back
yeah,
and check in a Google Doc.
then you couldn't really pre-schedule at the beginning of the month. You'd have to do it at the beginning of your week.
That's true.
But yeah, I do like that each of us would be responsible for a video and maybe a video and interactive post and a recipe. And anytime we do a video, we need to follow it up with the recipe, right? Wouldn't you think? I mean, if it's a company recipe, but listen, it doesn't have to be a company recipe. Like last night, I had this frozen barbecue. It was 6 o'clock, and I was like, crap, I forgot to put something out for dinner. And I had never thought out anything in my quick cooker, multi cooker, and I threw it in there. I didn't even know how long. I'm like, I don't know, 8 minutes. Cross my fingers, and it was perfect, right? So it wasn't a Pampered Chef recipe, but it was something that you could do. But if it is a Pampered Chef recipe, we need to make sure that we're posting the recipe after the video or the demo.
Hey, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Hey, Jennifer. What if kind of we do a combo of the both? And, like at the beginning of the month, the directors that are committed to this, that are committing their teams to this, kind of say, just talk amongst even all of us, even if we did like a 20-30 minute call real quick, everybody pick a product or, something along that line that they want their director team to focus on. And then that way, that director team kind of sticks with that product or recipes that would go in that product. I'm sorry about my voice. I'm trying to lose it. But that director team would then just kind of focus with that product and recipes that would go with that product for their post.
I like that. And then you as the leader could even facilitate with your team if they're, if they have value to add to it also.
Because I'm going to ask my team, because I've got a really young team and a very small team. So I'm going to kind of try to boost their confidence and be like, hey guys, this is being put on by your directors. But let's get your face out there, and let the directors meet you, let other people, meet you and see that you're a real person too. And they don't just keep seeing the same directors over and over, that there are other people here. And, they can even, say something to the fact, without technically recruiting, doing a recruiting video at that moment, but just say, I've been a consultant for 6 months, and, here I've got this was my first piece of stoneware, and I really like this, and, just something, but it will build their confidence. And if we build their confidence, the chances of them staying with our teams is going to help, because they're going to see other directors commenting back, people that they look at as celebrities that, are just a people behind a screen. They're going to see those people now commenting back, and they're going to be like, oh my God, these people actually notice me. I'm going to stick around and hang into this.
I like it. I really like it. I know we're almost out of time, but I'm like digging this conversation. I have been asked by a couple people. They said they really miss doing our director calls twice a month. I'm for it. I feel like when I know the reason we only were doing it once a month is because life was crazy. We had a lot of holidays and everything going on. So we did just shift to once a month. But if we were to go back to 2, one of them could be brainstorming about our workshop, what that's going to look like. So that would need to be the last, probably what do we think? Okay. What
Can
if
I interject here though? Can I just say that I have had some major feedback even this week with so many calls. The majority of my directors, in fact, some of them that are on today are only on because of sick kiddos and things like that and snow days. They can't get on during the day, so they get very frustrated and feel left out. I know it's hard for us to add all the night calls in as leaders when our lives, that's when we get crazy because our full-time job is doing this. But is there a way that we could do, even altering like one day, one night?
Yeah. I mean, I'm up for that. What do we want that
I
to?
know I hate nights, but literally almost all of my directors have full-time jobs and they get so frustrated and then they feel excluded. And I think that's why they then, and no offense, my directors, I love you. Then I feel like they ignore me too, because they're like, well, you're on all day, you're plugged in and we're at work. And then we feel lost and not, I want them to feel like the opportunity to have the secret squirrel club where we discuss this stuff.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Where do we want to put it? How do we want to fit that in? Do we want it, do we want to do like the fourth Thursday of the month in the evening? Or do we want to do a poll? Should I put a poll out in the director page? Okay. Let's do that. I'll do that. So I'm just going to say that I get if you all are busy and you can't be on 2 director calls, but if you can, I think we need to have them. So for those that can join. For those that can't, watch the playback. But yeah, I think we need to stick with our second Tuesday, our 1 o'clock call, and then I'll put a poll out. We'll figure out when an evening call or even a Saturday morning. I don't know. That's a possibility too. Okay, get it done early Saturday. That might work. I mean, I'm committed to you all. Whatever you feel like will help you in your business and move your business and your teams forward, I'm committed to help them. All right. Anything else we want to throw in before we get off the call?
Can I just give a shout out? I don't think she's on the call, but I think Kelsey would agree with me to shout out to Molly for stepping up to everybody. In case you didn't realize, our sweet Melanie Hogan, who has been in charge of new consultant for 3 years, finally took a break.
Yeah.
And so she's passed the torch to our young, we call her our little Ricky, Kelsey, and Molly stepped up to help Kelsey with the calls and to help us in the chat. So thank you, Molly.
Yes, and thank you for bringing that up. Yes, Molly, I'm so excited. And she has some super creativity and she's good with all the computer stuff. So she is absolutely a great addition to our new consultant leader group. Yep. All right, anything else? All right, look for the poll for when we can do an evening second director call, and also look for some more info on how we're going to get this workshop running. I think this is great. I think this is what we need. I really, really do. All right, friends. So good to see you. I've missed you so much. All right, let's do this. We have Disney to earn. Okay. See you later, friends.